I've had a lot of people over the years telling me that I am a failure. And to those people, I say, to who? To who? The beautiful thing about me is that I define success for myself. I don't wait for someone to tell me what success is. Not anymore. I used to do that a lot. And I used to judge myself by other people's judgments and measurements until I realized that what they wanted from me is not even what I wanted for myself. What they valued is not even what I myself valued. So if they value stuff that I don't value, then why am I judging myself based on a system that I don't believe in anyway? I've talked about black excellence here before. I've talked about capitalism. And a lot of rebuttals I've gotten from people are like, oh, it just sounds like you're just mad that you can't be successful in this system. And I'm trying to tell you, I've been on both sides. I have been the straight A student. I have had the 3 jobs and holding it down and living my best life. Like, I've done it all. And I'm on this other side now where I'm resting and being and loving myself for who I am and just kind of giving up the need to please other people or giving up the need to be successful by other people's standards, right? And that does not, if you think that makes me a failure, that's on you. I know for myself, though, that I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Shout out to the impressions. I'm a winner. And nothing you say or do can change that. Excuse me, I burped. Nothing you say or do can change that because my compass is not dependent on what people think. And this is huge for me. This is huge because for so many years of my life, I have spent so much time and effort and energy and emotions trying to appeal to people's, accolades and their hand claps and trying to be loved. Like, I'm a recovering people pleaser. So pleasing people was in my nature. It feels so good to be looked at as a failure by some people. It feels so good because that means that I'm free. I'm free. You can let me go now. If you think I'm a failure, let me go. But I say all this to say that you get to define what success is for you. You know what you value. You don't have to take on the world's values if you don't value it. I value community. I value connection. I value rest. I value good health. I value good food, creativity, like all these things. I value people. I value storytelling. I value, like, again, overall well-being, holistic well-being. And so, do I want money? Yes. Right? Because more money affords me the opportunity for these things. But also, I can also take the choice of being all that now. Right? I don't have to wait until I have $1 million in the bank to be happy, to be out in nature. That's something I value. I don't have to wait until, I get the degree to celebrate myself, to be around my friends or to throw a party because, you have to have a reason to throw a party. No, you don't. Like, I get to define what I want to do in my life. My goodness, like this place that I'm in is so weird because 10 years ago, I was not there. I was a completely different person. But I'm just giving you permission. You have permission to define success for yourself. As long as you're not hurting nobody, as long as you're not, hurting yourself, define success for yourself. What is success to you? What do you really want? What do you really value? Have you given yourself time to think about it? To really be like, do I need a degree to do what I want to do? What do I actually want to do? Or am I just following a plan that was put before me and I don't have a choice? That's the difference. You get to define success for yourself, right? And so again, people telling me that I'm unsuccessful, okay. People telling me that I'm a failure, sure, like in your eyes. And that has to do with your judgments of yourself, right? And if anything, it just makes me feel sad for people because that means that if you're judging me harshly, you're judging yourself even more harshly, right? You're using your achievements and your accolades and all these things that you've acquired in this life that didn't come with you through birth to justify your value. And that's your work to do to become free. But for me, I know that I was born in here naked, screaming, right? Like crying, confused, can't see. And I was worthy then. That means that even if I never had none of that stuff, I would still be worthy. So I'm going to treat myself with the same kindness that I would treat this child. And this child is me. At the end of the day, that's still me. That's still me. And I still deserve the same kindness that she deserves or deserved, Because I would never tell her that she's not successful for not following the plan. I would be so proud of her. And I'm so proud of me for not being concerned about this world's version of what success is. I get to define what success is for me. And when I do that, I'm able to really be happy. Like if my self-worth and value is not dependent on man and what they think of me, I'm free. I'm free to change my mind and not consider what other people are going to think. I'm free to take up space and to live life honestly and authentically. I'm free because I know who I am. I know whose I am. I know who I am. And it's not And who that is doesn't change based on who thinks I'm a failure or a success. My value is inherent. I'm sacred. I'm a sacred being. I'm a whole sacred being. A degree, what is that? A piece of paper, what is that? What is that to my sacred being, right? So same for you. You're successful because you deem it so. You get to define what the marker of success is for you. Is it trying? Is it being available? Is it getting up and doing it again? Is it being honest about your feelings? Is it being authentic? Is it changing your mind? Maybe the win is that you do something and you realize, you know what, I actually don't want to do this. Can that be a win? Can that be success? And then you put it down and do something different. And then that could be success. You trying something new, right? All these rules are fake. It's all fake. It's all a lie. Everything's a lie. You don't have to define yourself by what other people define themselves as, because a lot of it is rooted in self-hatred anyway. And you don't want to do that. You want to love yourself. So whether you have it or you don't, whether you are where you want to be or you're not, you're worthy. And you get to determine whether you're successful or not. The only two things I'm depending on is God and myself. What does God say? What does Alicia say? Other than that, okay. And when you let go of the need to please people, you're free. You feel lighter. You don't feel like the world's going to end if somebody gets upset with you, right? Because you know for a fact that your worth and value does not come from mere men. They didn't make you. They didn't create you, so they can't take your value and your worth and your success away from you. They don't have that power. The only thing a man can take from you, that's not it. It's your life, I guess. But even then, they can't take your soul. They can't take your spirit, right? And then even then, God has to will it for them to be able to take your life. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we give people a lot of power that they don't deserve when they're figuring out just like we are, when they are flawed just like we are, when they are insecure just like we are. Because a lot of people are flexing and throwing around their weight and what they have and what they've accomplished and what they've done because they don't feel inherently valuable. You know what I mean? And that's just insecurity. That's lack. That's scarcity. I am abundant. I'm amazing. And I say it even if I don't feel it in the moment because it's true. I'm amazing. I am sacred. I am beautiful. I'm wonderful. I am successful because I deem it so. And so does God. And with God, with myself, who else do I need? For real, who else do I need? I might want the approval of other people, but I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? So love yourself. See yourself as successful because you are. And I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.